If you ever want to get a good round of applause, just make the audience wait for a long time. Anyway, what a week this has been. We have heard hours and hours of performances that have made us laugh and cry and think and talk, and what a great week it's been. So just before we find out who wins these awards, let's have one last round of applause for all 10 quartets. Thank you. If by any chance you weren't in the audience for all of the concerts, you might have missed a few notes. You had the chance to watch them live streamed on cbcmusic.ca and on the Banff Centre's own station and on their YouTube channel. And on Medici TV. So the reason that we were allowed to do that and able to do that is that we have a top-notch recording crew on video and audio. They're listening to me right now. Thank you, guys. Amazing work. Thank you so much. So I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. I know you all have your favorites. You have discussed this and perhaps even voted on it yourself. You've listened. You're going to find out who won. The jury made their decision. And before we get to that, I would just like to introduce... I would like you to meet the President and CEO of the Banff Centre for Arts and Creativity, Janice Price.
Thank you, Catherine. And sorry, I am going to keep you waiting a little longer. Sorry, it's going to be worth it. I have to open, of course, with good evening. It is, in fact, evening. It's been a long, wonderful day. It's my real pleasure and honor to address you from this stage, where 10 of the world's best string quartets have shared their considerable artistic gifts with us over the last week, along with their passion and their joy in this beautiful music. And weren't they absolutely fantastic? It's just been a wonderful. Thank you. Well, it's been a real joy for me to experience my first Banff International String Quartet competition alongside all of you, our most dedicated and, I must say, terrifyingly knowledgeable audience. And really, thank you for choosing to spend this last week with us. For those of you who I didn't get the opportunity to meet in person or have a chat with, I look forward to getting to know you at other upcoming Banff Centre events, or for certain when the competition returns in 2019. By now, I assume you're all very familiar with much of this beautiful 42-acre campus of Banff Centre for Arts and Creativity, with all that we have to offer to artists, to leaders, conference attendees, and I do know for sure that you have become very familiar with our lovely and dedicated food and beverage staff at Vista's dining room. Isn't the food great? So I just want you to know I did check with both our executive chef, our senior sous chefs, our in-house nutritionists, and I absolutely can confirm that the rumor is true. All food consumed on a day where at least 2 chamber music concerts are also consumed have absolutely 0 calories. Here at Banff Centre, as many of you know, we are proudly located on the side of Sleeping Buffalo Mountain, home to Treaty 7 territory of the Blackfoot, Stoney Nakoda, and Tsuut'ina Nations in beautiful Banff National Park, Canada's first national park and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We thank them for allowing us to be here on their territory. This area has been a sacred gathering place for many First Nations throughout time, and we're proud to continue that tradition by bringing together the very best creative minds for sharing, conversation, learning, and inspiration. So, of course, this tradition now includes these 40 very talented musicians who represent the commitment to excellence that inspires both audiences and the next generation of musicians. It is with deep appreciation that I also share with all of you again that the amazing week we've enjoyed together would not be possible without our generous and committed patrons. Lead patrons Christine and David Anderson, and supporting sponsor Coon Shoulder Rest. Thank you. We are also grateful to our media partners who help us share this glorious week of artistry with music lovers from across Canada and around the world. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, our beloved CBC, The Strad, BBC Music Magazine, Strings, Medici TV, and our production partner, Riddle Films. To all of our supporters, thank you. And now, most importantly, to you, our very devoted audience. After 35 years in the arts producing and presenting field, I can confirm to you with absolute certainty that I have seldom witnessed a more passionate, informed, faithful, and supportive audience than what I have proudly enjoyed this week. As Barry shared with many of you when we welcomed you to campus last Sunday evening, you are the heart of this wonderful celebration of chamber music. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. So with that, it is now my great pleasure to welcome to the stage our very own Executive Director of bisqc, Mr. Chamber Music Extraordinaire, Mr. Barry Schiffman. Thank you.
All right. Wow, what a spectacular week, and I will echo the words of our president in congratulating you all. I think we heard the loudest silence that I can remember before and during the breaks of the movements of those extraordinary performances. That silence, that incredible, concentrated, powerful listening is the single most defining feature of the world's best chamber music competition. It's because of that listening that the musicians on stage deliver the transcendent concerts that we heard this week. So a huge debt of gratitude to all of you. Before I get to the exciting prizes, another debt of gratitude. It was 1983 that the Banff Centre celebrated its, I believe it was its 50th anniversary, and an idea was presented as a way of celebrating that anniversary to create an international string quartet competition. That idea was born from the tradition and commitment of the Centre towards advanced study in classical music and specifically chamber music. We're very happy that with us tonight, visiting from his home in Ottawa, is Kenneth Murphy, who proposed the idea and ran the first several incarnations of this amazing event, and I want to just pay tribute to Ken. Janice mentioned the food, and it's extraordinary. But it's not just the food. It's every level of the Banff Centre that has come together around this project that is just, it's incredibly moving, not for me just as an employee of the Banff Centre, but as a musician, as a classical chamber musician. It doesn't happen anywhere else in the world that sort of total commitment of an organization around what is always a rather niche, specialized field. And so I want to thank all of my colleagues at the Centre, from Jim Olver, our head of customer service, who came home from his vacation early to greet you all. Of course, our food and beverage staff, thank you. Our security team, everybody that's been working in support of this, and a huge, huge thank you to the manager of classical music and the Banff International String Quartet Competition, Simone Gamache. Could not have done this without him. And Dorian Cox, who has accepted the position as being the coordinator of this competition, and that means you're coordinating 24/7, and the amount of work is just overwhelming. He's done a remarkable job, so thank you to them. If you've listened to the live stream, or if you go and listen to any of the archived recordings, The quality of sound is just stunning, and that is under the direction of Dahong Situ, who is visiting from New York, 6 Grammys, specialized in recording string quartet. We spare no expense to bring the very best to the service of these incredible young musicians. They deserve it. So a huge thanks to Dahong and all of the Banff Centre crew. And now in Canada, we like hockey. And we've all watched Hockey Night in Canada, and we have an incredibly highly specialized ability to follow that puck on video. It's even more difficult in a Beethoven quartet to follow who's got the tune. And I think our video streaming crew under Martin Finnerty's direction have done a remarkable job of really capturing every note and trying to capture as much of the facial expression and the nuance and the energy and emotion of the players. So we're so happy that now we have this incredible archive, close to 50 hours of music from this week alone, that will be up on the web for you to enjoy. So thank you to all our video team. And now I want to introduce to you the members of the jury. If you could please welcome to the stage Vera Betts from the Netherlands. Dennis Brott from Canada. Isabel Chirizius from Switzerland and Germany. Yoshiko Nakura from Japan. My dear friend and colleague Jeff Nuttall, now from the United States. Peter Salif from the United States. And finally, Alistair Tate from the United Kingdom. And now please welcome our 3 finalists, the Castalian Quartet from the UK, the Rolston String Quartet from Canada, and the Tesla Quartet from Russia, South Korea, and the United States. Thank you. As Janice mentioned, we have had 10 remarkable quartets with us for this week, and nothing makes me prouder than the ability of Banff Centre to now offer career development grants to all of the 7 extraordinary quartets that did not get invited to perform in the final round. I want to welcome them to the stage, and I want to start by asking the Aeolus Quartet from the US. The Argus Quartet from the US. The Omer Quartet from the United States. The Quartet ARPA from Japan. And from Israel and Japan, Quartet Berlin, Tokyo. And from Canada, the United States, and Taiwan, the Ulysses Quartet. And finally, from Canada, the United States, and Singapore, the Verona Quartet. Thank you. Now we'd like to begin awarding the special prizes. As you know, we have a special prize now endowed to recognize the best performance of a quartet by the father of it all, Haydn. I want to invite Joel Krosnick, who is our mentor in residence, a new position that we're excited to have, to give out this prize, which is the R.S. Williams & Sons Haydn Prize. Please welcome Joel Krosnick. The winner of the Haydn Prize is the Tesla Quartet. Our next special prize is the Canadian Commission Prize, always an important part of this competition, commissioning a great Canadian composer and having that work that they composed for us heard 10 times. Again, a huge thank you to you all. Unbelievable concentration that you showed, and I can say that doesn't happen anywhere else in the world where 9 minutes of new music is heard 10 times in a row with that tremendous commitment. So, this is the R.S. Williams and Sons Company that celebrates, in honor of the R.S. Williams and Sons Company, the award celebrates the best performance of Zsosya de Castri's String Quartet No. 1, which was co-commissioned by Banff Center, our friends at the CBC, and our friends at the American Society in New York. I'd like to invite Zsosya de Castri to the stage to present the Canadian Commission Award. And the winner is the Tesla Quartet. Now the third prize package, which includes an $8,000 cash prize, a fully funded creative residency here at Banff Center. I'd like to welcome Andrea Hompel from Concert Direction Andrea Hompel in Berlin, who oversees all of our European touring for our laureate, to present the third prize. Please welcome Andrea Hompel to the stage. And the winner of the third prize is the Castellian String Quartet. The second prize includes a $12,000 cash award, again, a fully funded creative residency here at Banff Center. I'd like to welcome the executive chairman of Medici.tv, DJ Bensa, to present the second prize. Please welcome DJ. The winner of the second prize is the Tesla Quartet. The first prize of this competition includes a $25,000 cash award, concert tours in Europe and North America, supported by the Freeze Family Career Development Fund here at Banff Center, multiple creative residencies here, the production of a CD, a 4-week residency at the new Lunenburg Academy of Music performance, and maybe most special, a performance in Haydn Hall at the Esterhazy Palace in Eisenstadt, presented and funded by the Esterhazy Foundation. I'd like to invite Banff Center's President and CEO, Janice Price, along with Bert Watton, Artistic Director of Lunenburg Academy of Music, and Katerina Rice, Artistic Administrator of the Esterhazy Foundation, to award the first prize of the 12th Banff International String Quartet Competition to the Rolston Quartet. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 12th competition. I have marked all of your faces in my mind. I will see you here in 3 years. Cheers.